This video is sponsored by JJ Drones and the Droning Veteran. Welcome back to Off Talk Outdoors. I'm Ted, your host. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm doing a how to install a light. I have a light that was sent to me by Carson from CINOTON Lighting, and I am going to install that into my bait lab today. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. But first, I have to run to the store and get a Romex connector. Believe it or not, I don't have one Romex connector, and I need that to have a safe installation. So stay with me. We'll be right back. As soon as I get back from the store, we'll get right at it. In my bait lab, and I got my Romex connector. My hole in that side, hole. Okay, so I got the holes drilled. I think I'm going to shut these lights off now, and then we will install this light. So stay with me. Video. The light installation was pretty easy. Doing it yourself. I said CINOTON earlier in the video. For your basement, for game room and thinking lab, a lot with my lighting situation. So I really appreciate Carson. Subscribe button, like us and share us out. I believe that I have a little. Make a comment. Let me know what you thought of the light. Future generations, as always. All right, got what I needed. It was $2.97. So let's head back to the house and get to work. See you when we get there. Okay, so I'm back in my bait lab, and I got my Romex connector for the light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this, and I'm going to actually show you my little setup here. So that is my light right there. You can see my panel lights that are in my bait lab right now. They're the 3 panel lights that I installed a while ago. But this light right here is more of a yellow light, this LED. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install that light from CINOTON. Carson sent me it over. Well, he was nice enough to do that. So I'm going to show you the light here, and then I'm going to get to work and I'm going to install it. I'm going to put it on my ceiling right here. It's going to be bright, but I need that light in the bait lab. So, but here is the bait lab so you can see it. Here's all my stuff here. And I also got some more LED lights that I'm going to put up underneath the shelf here, so it lights up that countertop also. But yeah, there's my 3 panel lights, and that light there is what I'm going to change. So stick around and I'll show you the light real quick, and then I'll get to the installation part. Okay, so here is the light here. It's a 4-foot LED light. I'm not going to use these brackets and chains here because you can see how low the ceiling is. It's only about a 7-foot ceiling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just surface mount it. So I'm going to use toggle bolts. I'm going to use some toggle bolts here, and I'm going to flush mount it. Now you can see my ceiling sort of slants a little bit, so I'm going to use these longer toggle bolts. That way I could level it off. So well, let's get to that, and we'll be right back. Okay, so on here, guys, I am going to take this cover off. Before I shut the lights off and everything, I wanted to show you how to, that I'm doing that. So what I got to do is I got to unscrew this panel here and save these screws. So I'm going to leave them up there, and then I'm going to come over here, and I am going to unscrew this other screw here, and I'll show you in a second. Excuse me while I catch in front of the camera here. And I'm saving these screws, and then this panel will come off. And then there's all the internal parts here. So it looks like it's pretty easy to hook up. It's got these little connectors here. I don't know if you can see that. This comes off basically, and this is just push. It's just the black wire, the hot wire, and then a neutral wire will just plug in here, and then I don't know if you could see that, the ground wire plugs into this adapter here. So it's fairly easy. It looks like it's fairly easy to put in. So we're going to do that. But I wanted to do this first, and then I got to drill a few holes in here for the for my toggle bolts. So stay with me. I'm going to do that in a second. Okay, guys. So I'm going to drill my hole in that side, and then I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to drill the other hole on this side, right in the middle here. Okay, so I got the holes drilled. I'm going to flip this over to get all the little pieces out of there. And then I'm going to take the light down on the ceiling. I'm going to shut these lights off now. And then I will take that light that's up there down, and then we will install this light. So stay with me. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take this lens cover off of here. So that comes off of here. And then we have the fixture itself. Okay, so we took that down, which was fairly easy. Undo the wires. So we have the wires off of there, and that was that simple to take the fixture down. So that's that. We're going to put this aside here. Let's move this over here. Let's take these wires, straighten them out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean them up a little bit, guys. So I got my strippers here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the crap off of them, and I like to just take a little bit of the ends off. So I'm just going to take them off just a little bit, just to clean them up a bit. Okay, so we have that, and that'll sit in there like that. And then what I got to do, guys, is I got to get the light, and I got to mark on the ceiling where I want that to be. So let me do that right now, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm taking this cap off here for the Romex connector. So I'm taking this screw off. I'm taking this off, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take out the take off this little plug here that's in here, if I can get it off here. Okay, you got to work it to get that off. And let me get this off and install the Romex connector, and we'll be right back, guys. Okay, so you can see I got the hole out. I'm going to put the Romex connector inside here, and then I'm going to screw the nut on it, and then I'm going to take my pliers, and what I'm going to do is, this is how it's going to sit on there, guys. So I want the screws facing out because I ain't going to have much room to tighten it. So what I want to do is just pre-plan where it's going to be at, and then tighten the screw up on here just like so, and then we're all good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen all these up, loosen this Romex connector up just about all the way out, just so I can get the wires through here. And that should give me enough right there to get the wires through. So I'm going to put this back on here like that, get my screw, put my screw back in, make sure everything's nice and snug. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this up, and I'm going to mark on the ceiling where I want it to go. Alright, guys, so I got it up in the air. So I'm marking that one, and I'm holding it in place and marking that one. Let's see. Okay, so we got the marks in place. I'll take this down, and now I'm going to drill these holes right here. I'm going to drill the holes and put the toggle bolts through the fixture, and then set it up through there. Okay? Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, so I got my 1/2 inch drill bit, and I got a little Tupperware, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it under it so when I drill it doesn't get all over the place. So let me do that real quick here. Okay, and then we're going to do the other one over here. Okay, got a little bit of dust on some of the stuff, but not bad. So that's that. Now I'm going to check, see if these toggles will fit through there, which they won't. So I got to make sure that I ream those holes out a little better, guys. So hold on one second. Okay, let me do this one. Let's see if this will fit through there. Yes, that'll fit in there, and that will fit in there. So we're good to go. So let me put this through the through my fixture, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I did the one side with the toggle bolts. So here's the toggle bolts. I put a little washer on it just to give it some more to grip with, and then you put the butterfly nut on here. And the trick to that is getting the bolt through the butterfly nut so you can actually tighten it up. A lot of people will just put it on a little bit and they won't be able to tighten the toggle bolt up. So I got this up there. I'm going to set it up there now, put the toggle bolts in the ceiling, and it should hang there. So let's get to that right now. Okay, here comes the tricky part with your with doing this with one person. So we got to stick the wires through here, which is going to be a pain. Oh, let me flip this around, guys. Sorry about that. Flip this around, and we are going to open this up, put the wires through here. See if I can get them through that by myself here. Okay, so they are through. Get this toggle bolt up in where it belongs. This is going to be a pain in the butt here. So let me get this up and in here. Started anyway. Okay, so that is in. Okay, so we got that one is up and in. And this wire is up and in. Let's get this toggle up and in also. Okay. Okay, so we're in and it should hang. Okay, so we got it hanging. Alright guys, so let me get this wire through and tighten this up, and we will be right back. Okay, so I have the level on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten this up to sort of make it level. So hold on. Okay, and let me get the other one here. Okay, so we have to go up on this side a little bit, guys. Okay, and up on this side a little bit. Oh, let me do a little bit more right here and we should be good, guys. Okay, so we're anchored there. Alright, so we are level there, guys. Alright, so that was the hard part. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these. I'll show you how I connect these in a second, but we'll be right back. Okay, so we got the connector here that I showed you before. It's just a black and white connector. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually push this into the connector, which it goes in pretty easy. And the black one goes in also, and that's pretty easy. So that's as simple as that, guys. And then this ground wire will go in and push right in also. So now everything is connected. So all I got to do is connect these two pieces together and get it up in there. And these other ones are for dimmers. We don't need those right now. So I'm going to put them up in there. And let's see. And there is the light. So you can see how bright that is. So that should work out well. Now let me take these banner lights off and shoot them out that way, so that you can tell the white light now is on there. So that is a great great addition in the bait lab, guys. So all right, stick around. I'm going to put this cap on, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so what I got is I got to just put this cap on here, get it in place. Put that's on, and then do the same over here. And it's a little bit difficult when you're doing it by yourself, but it turned out to be pretty easy, not too bad. Let me put this in here, and that's it, guys. So let me show you. I'm going to shut this light off, and you can see the blue lights here. Now let me turn this light on, and boom, we have the light. So that looks like a very, very good light, and that'll help out in the bait lab. So, all right, we'll be right back. Okay, well, that ends the video. The light installation was pretty easy. Doing it yourself is a little bit tougher. It's probably recommended to have 2 people do it, but it wasn't too bad for me. I'd like to thank Carson from CINOTON. I think I said Cinetron earlier in the video, and I meant CINOTON. This light will be in the link in my description of this video. If anybody's interested in buying some lighting, please use that link. For your basement, for game room and things like that. It's an LED light. It helps conserve energy. This is a 5,000 Kelvin light. It's going to help the bait lab a lot with my lighting situation, so I really appreciate Carson who sent this over to me. But go check out CINOTON in the description of my video. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, like us, and share us out. I believe that I have a little bit of something for everybody on my channel. For those who follow me, thank you very much for joining me today. Please make a comment. Let me know what you thought of the light, what you think of the light. And that's it. Please do me a favor and take a kid hunting or fishing. We'd like to preserve the sport and pass that on to future generations as always. And I wanted to say thank you again, and we will see ya. Thanks for watching. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please hit that Off the Hook logo. And thank you for your support.